What's up, traders? Good morning. How in the world is the audio like that? I'm gonna have to figure it out, man. It's really early. This is literally the earliest stream I've ever done. Like me hitting the live stream button, like go live. Definitely the first. Yesterday was the earliest I'd ever done, but here we are again, man. More history. And the S&P 500 gapping up, really off of President Trump and Vice President Mike Pence talking about measures that were going to be taken. This was after the bill yesterday, but hey, man, this might just be a gap up that gets filled. There are many gaps here, man. Many gaps. I mean, on the 4 hour, the daily, there's no gap really.
Is that a joint?
Cyan Wolf, what's up, man?
Good morning, Lord Del Rey. Coffee.
Good morning. Nice to see you, buddy, man. So, you saw the 4 hour, but the daily, there's no gap, and it's really just, if you want to talk about actual gaps, like where you closed was 2750, so could always come back down. I mean, there could be people it could have just gapped up and people just taking buying puts or going short because they're scared. If we're truly in a downtrend, people just fade the tops, right? So already starting to sell off. I mean, down over 1% from its highest point. So, you are at this point. I don't care who you are. I don't care what happens. But you can't say that there isn't some form of a low and a lower low with higher levels of relative strength. You can't say on the 4 hour, you can't say on the daily there isn't bullish divergence on the RSI. And it's really, I don't see how you could get away with saying that there isn't bullish divergence on the RSI and MACD on the 4 hour. Right, look, I mean, what if it, maybe it doesn't. Maybe just the selling picks up and you fill a gap and we just keep dumping to the abyss, right? But you gotta believe, man, maybe seller exhaustion's finally happening, or we're getting closer to seller exhaustion at this point. And it would make sense after you lost 20% of your value in 20 days, 3 weeks. So big if. True if big. Alright, and there's Bitcoin to talk about that had, it recovered a little bit. That's kind of expected when you're so over effing sold and you've hit like a 7,700 area, which is a historical support. Sorry, I keep burping, trying to get this coffee in me, man. You get it. So yeah, I don't know how much steam is going to be in the gap up we had today, at least in the 4 hour daily. Not much of a gap technically, right? So eventually you'd think we would come to back test 2950. I don't know, man. You're right at, look at this resistance you're at right now from August 5th 2019, August 15th, August 26th, and then you got the peaks too. You're kind of above from October 2018, November 2018. So yeah, that's really where we are, kind of stalling there. That's not going to be that easy to break. But doesn't it look kind of like a descending broadening wedge in a way, two diverging downsloping trend lines? And this was all we were talking about yesterday. If we were talking about the S&P 500, was the confluence area, the confluence zone, where you had a critical support looking left. Right, back from June of 2019, March of 2019. I'm sorry, man, about the music. You have to understand what I'm looking at. Okay, so it's really loud, right? Or could be really loud. Look what I have to do. Look at this volume bar. It's down to almost not to zero. And it's kind of too loud right now, in my opinion. So anyway, the horizontal line support. But not only that, from your lowest point from December 2018 to your highest point, a 61.8% retrace. Perfect. But not only that, It was from the previous low to the high, the fib extension of the 1414. So the meeting of three rivers should be a super strong potential support. Well, you know, it held at close, even with all that selling pressure that came in the last like 5 minutes. And now we've gapped up. So you're hoping that, I don't know, maybe the gap fills, whatever, but eventually this would be a reversal point with the bullish divergence that could be in actual development now, because that was what we were waiting for. It's like, will this hold? Okay, now it's holding, and since we're higher on prices, we're waning on negative momentum, making higher levels of relative strength because the pivot point is higher than the previous one. Hello? Is anyone there? I'm not a... You know, I know, like, my time slot's off bad, you know? It's, like, real bad, and, sorry. Sorry about that. I'm not, you know, this is, like, I'm sure there are better people live than me right now covering these markets, but, hey, man, whatever. This is history stuff, I mean, historical stuff we seldom see, and it's just, yesterday was a good amount of fun hanging out with y'all. So, just kind of doing it again, a part 2. Don't know if there will be any kind of permanence to this. I don't think so. But, yeah, it's fun to change things up, even as a live streamer, right? Time slots. I mean, there are people that could be watching right now that just literally can't or unable to watch me at my normal streaming time, which is, I don't know, like 8 hours, 10 hours from now. Look at the selling, you know, okay, any kind of buying today, you're almost near open price, right? I mean, the candle opened at 28.12. It rallied all the way up to 28.50-ish and is now pulling back to near open. Ugh, gross. So people just fading this? Could be. $25 a barrel? Nuh-uh. Is no way. Nuh-uh. Nah, man. I mean, maybe soon. Maybe soon, but you're at 33.55 right now on oil futures, so I would figure that WTI would be there at open. Ah, man. I mean, look at that. Hey, you want to see something disgusting, chat? Crude on the 4-hour. We normally just look at it on the daily. That's some nasty bearish consolidation right there. Look at that. You've lost like all your negative momentum. You're getting close to neutral. You might go positive for a little bit, but dude, the next wave is coming, and the sell-off might yield you some bullish divergence to where you might reverse, you know, higher. But dude, the technical damage that's been done on oil, yeah, it looks fine here, I guess, on the daily. You gotta check the 4-hour to see how awful it is. Still super oversold on crude. You're $33.41, near that lowest low from February 2016. Interestingly, you're above this February 2009 level, but based on the 4-hour, not for long, right? I mean, that's like, I bet it looks beautiful in the 60-minute. Bear pole, bear flag connect. Yeah, that's gnarly, dude. Careful on U.S. soil.
Love the stream. Love the time.
Dzom, thanks so much for the $5 super chat. Very grateful to have each and every one of you watching right now, because this is not a normal time, but it looks like Dzom likes it. Maybe Cyan Wolf likes it. Thank y'all. It's MK, man. And you freaking Californians. It's gotta be rough over there. So it looks like the S&P selling off some, Bitcoin selling off some too. All right, we looked at the S&P 500, looked at crude. I do want to shift gears just to Bitcoin for a minute, because I mean, this is Bitcoin live, Bitcoin stocks live, whatever you want to call it. And this was another one, right, that had just sold off tremendously from its low to high, had a 1618.
Yeah, really loving you early times.
Go to G, man. Thanks for the bat connect in the jar. Thanks for the love. Thank y'all for the, you know, support, right? It's never easy, break in from the comfort zone of doing what you've been doing for so long to switch it up. Again, I know there are many people probably streaming at this time and with regular scheduled program times around now, so kind of encroaching on their time, and probably I don't do it as well as them. So, but I'm just doing the same thing I do, but just at a different time. It's Kramer live. Oh my God, hop in the chat. Oh my God.
Is that a joint?
Bruh. Look here. Look, listen.
Mitch Kramer Live tipped $100.58. Thanks for streaming on a historic day, brother, and doing it the next day. Kings.
Thanks, Mitch Kramer Live, for the $100.58. What do I have to do? I have to kind of like talk. You know how he talks?
Thank you for going live in the morning once again, Mitch.
What's up, Lone
Much
Sofos?
love,
Thanks for
man.
1337, man. Much love right back at you. Thank you all. Holy crap. No, what do we have to do, y'all, for Kramer? We do things, man. We talk about things. Like, I don't know how you say his voice, and that's kind of whingy to be talking like that this early, but that's kind of the way he talks. So, thank y'all for the overwhelming support. Hype! So, anyway, 7,700 support we know about. Look left, look here, listen. I mean, okay, do you remember how long these trend lines have been here? They have not been added. They have been here for too long. Or this is just, we know how strong support this is. So where if you've sold off this much and you get to a support this decent, this strong, you're this oversold from your previous low to high, you've hit a golden mean ratio area. Look at the volume involved on the just scrubby amount of selling. What does that mean? Stupid amounts of effort put in with little reward. And that's, in traditional markets, that normally means like you're exhausted. Like it's like your last breath of like selling. You just can't get it down anymore. Even though you did break the support, you were just, look at all the effort after you had broken. It was terrible, right? So we always talk about, it's not always, trend lines are broken all the time. It's not about that. It's about the follow through price action after you break the historical trend lines. That's what happened after, right? So a rally occurred, but it's a scrub rally. Why? Because you were so oversold. So you rallied, you're not oversold anymore, but you're still bearish. You're at 37. You've reset your oscillator on the MACD too, where you're back to neutral. Maybe this goes up a little bit more, goes sideways somewhat, but we probably, the thing is, you haven't even retraced commonly. You're probably only at a 23% retrace from your previous high to low. Yep. Exceeded a 236, so you're on, 8241. You got as high as 8150, but you didn't hit a common retrace yet. But at this point now, we could sell off again, make slightly lower lows. 7,400 could be in the cards, and we could show bullish divergence by then. And if we get some bullish divergence on the 4 hour at 7,400, you get what's going on, right? So it looks like the, futures chart starting to tank again. Hold on, what were we looking at? Is it Gemini? So just think about what I was saying. 7,400. Bullish divergence on the 4 hour. So Gemini's not a good example because we had the freaking flash crash that was beautiful. I wish it looked like this on all exchanges at this point, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like where it matches that little flash crash dump we had back in October that actually yielded us bullish divergence. Cyan Wolfman, oh my god. Oh, dude, yeah, I forgot, man. Let me do that. Perfect. Good idea.
Kian Wolf tipped $100.58. The best part of waking up is Irwin's in your cup. Thanks for everything you do. May we take a look at silver?
Crap, have I been saying it wrong? I've been calling him Cyan Wolf for like a year. Is it Kyan? Is it? Am I wrong? Cyan Wolf? Let me know, dude. Sorry. But he's right.
TA with Mitch Ray, brought to you by Irwin Coffee.
Bruh.
Thanks so much, Erwin Coffee. But the Cyan Wolf, I know who you are. Thanks for the $100.58, man. Oh my God. Jeez. We're doing things, man. Oh my God. All right. So this is 7,400 down here. You think on... Let me just get off Gemini. It's the only one where it doesn't make sense. It's harder for you to visualize, probably. It would be. I guess we can do Coinbase, whatever, in log scale. So 7,400 is down here, right? You think, all right, we're resetting the oscillators on the 4 hour, whatever, making those retraces. And then we reset the oscillator, and then we dump again to lower lows. And then by the time we get down to like 7,400, this area, which is historical, very historical and very significant, significant time scale support, right? We get down there, we're showing divergence in the 4 hour, and we're, right at the lowest point ever of the, that we could be. Below 7,400, you might not want to be messing around. There might be a double bottom, but dude, this is what you're looking for. The left shoulder's there, the right, the head, and now we're looking for the right shoulder. Okay. So one thing that you've done that we pointed out in the stream yesterday, even Julia brought it up in a PM. I guess she might have missed the stream. Is really for the first time we have back tested in long scale from 1 and 2. That 7-month consolidation period we had. We have back tested it like the Jesus, man. Once we touched it, whoa, nice little bounce, and we're showing green on the weekly. Sorry, man, keep burping. Is that an inverse head and shoulders on the Bitcoin weekly poker wookie? Yeah, it's a potential inverse head and shoulders, right? It's not a confirmed. You can't call it confirmed until it breaks the neckline that has been established at 10,500. Oh, yeah, I gotta look at the other one. Someone asked about... Sorry, hold on. It was silver. Sorry, Cyan Wolf. Connect. Give me a sec. Let me check my notes here. Oh my God. Real quick, though, before we look at silver. Look what GBTC has done today. Now, this is a gap, and it'll probably fill, but... I loved that hammer yesterday. I loved the critical support that we resoundingly bounced off of. Why is that? Dude, you don't want to fall. Seldom. Like, when the F does Bitcoin fall below 825 on GBTC? Right here, you had price action, but no fall through here. But there it was. Touched it perfectly in the first time. You had a back test, just like look on spot, man. Right? The downtrend you were in for 7 months, it was gorgeous. You back tested it and bounced off of it. So not just a horizontal line support, but a down sloping support. So a new demand line possibly, right? Bunch of buy orders right there. Confluence. Beautiful, man. Not only that, from your previous low to high, an 88% retrace. Deep value. So, yeah, you do think that the gap will fill. Maybe you come down to $9 to test it. Maybe fill the gap at the same time and then rally more. It's on Bitcoin. Now, if Bitcoin sells off spot price, you come back down, right? Okay.
I'd like to do a tune at this time that I had the pleasure of writing a few years back. Interpretation of,
Oh my God, sorry. Verb Connect, yeah.
Is that a joint?
Sorry, y'all.
Connect.
How long was I muted? Dude, my bad. Wait, you didn't tell me, dude. You didn't tell me if it's Cyan Wolf or Cyan Wolf, like the TTS said. Cyan Wolf. Is this just music trade? Funny, man. Real cute. So, I don't know, man. This uptrend, it's not been as good as gold, and you're just trying to make sense of it. If you're out of it, okay, it's like you kind of up thrusted and then you're back out of it. So, all it can do really to me is just create too much noise. So now you could look at it almost like, all right, we've got all these support resistance. They're all playing a role. This is what I hate about it. It reminds me of XRP. It's obnoxious.
Coffee Stream Kings 1.0269538 link.
Recession indicator. Thanks for the $4 and
Is that a joint?
22 cents. Isn't there a joke about that? If at first you miss 420, don't fret, because in 2 minutes it's 422. I don't know, man. It's some sort of 420 joke, which is we're only like 40 days away or something. We do have special 420 streams. The Devil's Lettuce. Anyway, so silver could probably be looked at more simply, where I think we've just like created this range,
Is that a joint?
It's actually Cyan Wolf, but it's all good, Lord Ray.
Gosh dang it!
Is that a joint?
Look here! Look, listen!
Cyan Wolf. Wow. The TTS got it, and I've been saying it wrong for like a year. Forgive me. I'm sorry, Cyan Wolf. Dang, man. I think that's Probe's fault right there. I'd have been calling you Cyan Wolf for the rest of our lives. Thanks, Probst. I think, right? So, like there are a couple peaks there, right? You've got the top one, and you've got like this inner part of the range. Okay, and so for now, I think like if you don't hold this, you would come down to 1611. That's got to be a super strong support. It's definitely a support that would be regarded. You wouldn't fall through this immediately. There would definitely have to be some absorption before you fell. But it's kind of like kind of reminds me of XABCD stuff, right? Where you might get greater value. Dang, man, I'd probably want to come down here. That's a discernible valley. The Gartley? Oh my god. Oh my god, it could be a Gartley. Dude, if we got the chance, dude. Hello? What's up, the Leo? Leo! I got Leo, man. If we were blessed enough for silver to get to 1553, there could be an exceptional entry for a trade of a bullish Gartley. Does anyone else see this? Could I get some confirmation here? Anyone at all? Thanks. Wow. Okay. I mean, just worth a look. Cyan Wolf. Maybe that's why Cyan Wolf asked for silver, because maybe he saw the same thing. Am I crazy? Let me know. Probes. Sweet. So 8,083 Bitcoin. We can go to the quad screen real quick for the major indices, because I think they've been selling off, right? Been getting faded, jaded. Oh, they gapped up, right? They all like gapped up from their respective lows from yesterday, but haven't really been going anywhere. I mean, all opened and ran higher, but the rally has been definitely stagnant, right? Just nothing. And selling could pick up. I mean, you gap up like this, you run up, you don't get much buying pressure come in. That's not good. That's kind of bearish, right? When you get that. So these are daily charts, but you can see kind of again, right? Without Fibonacci, this critical support, you touched it like the Jesus and gapped up. It may not be over. I think if you break below 20, 2730, 2750, you're going down to 2550, man. Look, you tell me where support is after 2720. It's down here, dude. I'm sorry. Like 2500, 2550. Dow Jones Industrial never quite touched its critical support, even though there was another one that it kind of touched right here. That little pivot point from July 2018. You see the bottom, right? Right there. March 2018. Never touched it before rallying again. That just happens. Maybe in time you'll get there. But you fall below that 23,000, let's just say 23,400. You fall below that, the next target's 21,786, if you can even believe it. Jesus. Okay, and then in the bottom left of your screen is the IWM. You know that if you watch the stream. You know, you fell below that critical support area, rallied for a few days before, you know, Black Monday. I mean, really, though, it was Black Friday where you did actually finally open below it, rallied to back test it, then just gap down. And so here you are, critical. You fall below 125, you're in a lot of trouble. Like technical damage has been done, but man, you just don't want to see the lower price in December 2018. I mean, where you can see, you know, the Russell 2000's performing awfully. Its selling has been much greater. I don't know, man. It's hard to say, right? Because the S&P 500 and the Dow Jones, they're not even close. I mean, like, the S&P is definitely not even close to its December 2018 low, right? You see the difference. Dow Jones is closer, but, you know, the reason for that might be because the S&P and Dow Jones outperformed. They rallied to all-time highs, whereas the Russell 2000 never did. It made like an 88% retrace before reversing the downside. So that might be why. It underperformed and is now outperforming. It was just closer. So gold, let's just look at gold in the on the big screen, I guess, or just the normal screen, which is selling off. It would make sense, right? If equities gapped up, man. I mean, come on, right? Oh, common sense in a way. Yeah, big bearish engulfing candle. This thing, what do we say? Fundamentally, it's great for the tumult going on with the markets, but I'm sorry, man. You're showing bearish divergence on the oscillators. You've had a great run, and this was the attempted rally. So you'd think with this kind of divergence going on, maybe if equities recover more, gold should sell off more too. But either way, I mean, you can't argue with gold being an exceptional hedge to these markets, or it's been an exceptional hedge. And even when stock markets were going bonkers, gold was still doing good things, man. This rally, this bull trend has not ended. You know, it broke out last year in June 19th, just 6 days away before the buying climax on Bitcoin, before Bitcoin hit almost 14,000, hit that golden retrace, right? Started consolidating when Bitcoin started correcting. But a lot different situation where when Bitcoin was getting devastated, selling off hard, gold continued to rally, eventually hit its first available resistance supply line, and then consolidated for a while. Yeah, I had a 5 months of consolidation before rallying again and breaking that resistance for real, and then running up to the next one, 1640. So now you're above 1640, and you got to just pray that that holds, because that should be a support. I mean, the first time we fell right through it like nothing, like it wasn't even a support at all. Just it was an upthrust. So this time, if you don't, I mean, you got to hold 1640. If you don't, you probably, very good chance you come down to 1572. The bottom of the channel, the uptrend. Audio's gone. Is that fake news? Yeah, very possible. I mean, like, dude, again, all these equities, these indices, they all have their respective support resistances. Dow Jones, just go to it. So, you know, Dow Jones, look, man, it's not really, look, the wick from February 28th, right? You've just run up and back tested that where it once was support. The 618 is now being regarded as resistance. Even though it does look like you're starting to develop some bullish divergence in the RSI on this rather significant time scale, that is not really good price action. Look, what was once support from May of 2019 is now resistance on the Dow Jones. Chat. That's not good. Gross. But you just got to think, when will the real selling, when will this impulse, this wave end? And you got to think, man, was this also a 1414 like the S&P? I don't think I measured it. Too stuck on the S&P. It was. So you have not fallen below the maximum. This is the last line. I mean, you still have a chance on the S&P and the Dow Jones for a bearish cipher or a dragon. For real, it's not even a joke, man. XA, B, C. You can't go any lower. If you do end up selling off more than the lowest point of Black Monday, then it's invalid. But until it's invalid, this is still a great potential idea. I had no idea this is going to play out. But this is wave analysis, XABCD. So even if it does sell off, as long as it stays above 23,700, it's fine for a big rally to the upside for a major retrace. Same thing on the S&P, remember? Don't fall below the 1414 or you're screwed. Don't fall below Black Monday prices or you are screwed. Gold dumping. I mean, you know, Tacit, you say you bought 500 pounds worth of gold. I mean, I don't think you did, but you bought a 500 pound safe. Anyway, you got to understand, like, people are like, where's the safe haven from this selling? Cash or puts or shorting. That's it. And when you buy puts or take shorts, at this point, you see how deep we are. We are in fib extension deep territory. We're at golden retraces on the regular fibs, and we're at deep retraces on this little wave stuff. So you know the risk is high for a short or a put now. And it is. It is. You're down 19% in 3 weeks. Less than 3 weeks, technically. So that is, I mean, you're asking to get murdered here on testing your luck as a short or a bear. You really are. Of course you can keep going down further. Of course, man. We know. But you're going to get a reflexive rally at some point, and it's going to kill you because you're greedy. And I'm telling you right now, where we are it's a prime area where the reflexive rally could occur. I mean, isn't that like the whole mantra of the scrub? It's like, oh, I just got to get out now. It's like, because it's just down so much. It's like, isn't that literally buying high, selling low? Or maybe you bought low, but you're going to sell low? There's a lot of powers involved with this market, man. I wouldn't test your luck when this type of stuff's being painted. But hey, I get it. There are people that look at the 3-minute chart that don't give a living crap about Fibonacci. They spit on actual, real, traditional technical analysis, right? There are people that don't care, that think it's a joke and it's a meme, but it's not. And whatever, man. Sweet. So 2838, S&P 500 up 3.34%. That's okay. You can buy toilet paper as long as you keep it in a dry area, a dry, cool place or something. It's gonna be okay. But to be shorting right now, that's just not how it works. There's no value. You were paying high premium to short here or to buy puts. Fish Ed bought March 25th calls because of the fibs. Good man. Drip in that inverse oil. I thought toilet paper is new gold. I thought it was hand sanitizer was the new gold. Liquid gold like Velveeta cheese. Your days are numbered, man. So, you know, if you want to call it a cipher, you can. You don't have to call it a cipher. You can call it a dragon. You can certainly call it a dragon pattern. And one could trade the dragon pattern. Because guess what? Despite anything that's going on, the trend is still bullish for now, even though this could have definitely done some technical damage and screwed up the trend, the overall trend. Dude, I'll show you, man. The weekly. You're still in an uptrend. I don't care. Since 2009, the uptrend is still intact. You're still kind of far away from the demand line, which is down to like 2,560 or so. Depends on when you get there. See what I'm saying? So you're in an uptrend still, even after all this massive selling. There might be a reflexive rally where you run up 78% of the way, or whatever, 61% of the way. So still technically in an uptrend after that violent selling. And it looks like you're building a bullish hammer on the weekly. So anyway, so you don't have to look at it like a cipher. Again, a dragon. You can get rid of this. Okay, we get all the Fibonacci. The way we would size it up is from the high. You go from the high point to low point. See, we haven't even hit 236 yet. You know, like the 236 is up at 2887. So the target for the dragon from the low, I mean, the target is for the trade 3142. That is where one would be taking profit, right? That's the downtrend. This is the spine of the dragon. Look, you got the head. The head, and it may look like this. That's the dragon. Okay. So there could be a dragon and a profit taking level on a trade. If it's to play out, would be 31.50, whatever. I hope you understand what's going on. Yeah, partial decline, maybe. I don't know. I mean, it was kind of like, I guess, yeah, partial decline on the descending broadening wedge, if you want to call it that, sure. Yeah, it's like, did you not make enough money, like shorting the stock market? You just gotta understand the powers that are behind it, man. Like, even if a recession's here, it runs up to a 618 and that's it, or 786 even for the cipher. That might be a wonderful shorting opportunity again. Imagine thinking there's value for shorts and puts down here, when eventually in time this could rally up to 786, and maybe at 3250 one could go short again because it's a lower high, and maybe that bearish cipher is what ushers in the entire recession. And by the time we get to the 786, maybe there's enough time for the new data to come out, right? New earnings reports, new jobs numbers, new everything, that it's all bad and it's all now, like, you know, the jobs number we just got. None of that stuff is in regards of Corona. All the sampling that was done was before Corona was starting to get nuts. So now the next pieces of economic data we're going to get in time, the next few months, is going to be like showing the impact, the economic impact of what the coronavirus has done to supply chains around the world, right? So it would be prudent, if you don't like this market and want to see its demise, it's maybe prudent to wait. Oh, I know FYX. Yeah, I know. He always says, he just says, dump it, man. Stick to the plan. Here's my put position. Every 5 minutes, dude. Yeah, FYX, dude. I got it, dude. No more 3-minute charts. No more. It's like, it's cancer. Because then other people in the chat are going to be like, oh, is a 3-minute chart not stupid? Yeah, I guess so, since FYX did it. Okay, I'm going to start posting 3-minute charts too, and then it just starts spreading. No thanks. No thanks, dude. So that I have an argument with technical analysis. FYX, what's your argument for not my argument? For it going just lower because, dude. At least there's technical analysis here. Get wrecked. Wait, did we get an at everyone? Yeah, no, we didn't. Oh my God. Oh, caffeine did it. Dang, man, I forgot about that. I was like busy making the coffee, so. Anyway, you know, so what happened with altcoins? They rallied. Most of them rallied. Dude, Ethereum didn't even rally, man. Don't forget silver, dude. Don't do it. Don't forget about silver at...
Morning start to all. Near and far, coronavirus is on the rise. CLX at all-time highs. Leroy Jenkins Connect, let's go.
Let's go. B-Slice, Simple B-Slice, man. Thanks for the golden retrace contribution, man. Thank you. Very grateful. Yeah, measure moves everywhere. B-Slice, he brought it up to me, and it's so funny. This huge pattern, right? We were in this big uptrend for Wells Fargo, right? I couldn't believe it, man. Kings. But this was here for God knows how long. Had this plotted. Look how it sold off. It rallied. It was a harmonic, but kept going. But then it hit this neckline, up thrusted through it, and then dumped into the measure move.
On the mid-JM stream makes the day that much better. Thank you. Can't get enough of your streams. Love seeing my wick every time you pull up Gemini. Thoroughly enjoyed the last 2 days.
Oh, Nefarious, man. Thanks for the $10 super chat, man. Well, stop trying to make me feel so good. I'm just kidding. But I'm saying thank you for the kind words. It's, you know, it's real nice getting validation that you enjoy the morning streams. I don't know. It's only like my third or fourth morning stream ever. Yesterday was the earliest, but this was actually the opening bell, first opening bell stream I've ever had, where I wasn't really completely prepared for it. But thanks for the feedback. Everyone can give me feedback if you like it or not. I don't know if it's something I'm gonna, you know, continue to do, but when volatility's here, man, you know how it is. Why is silver such an S coin? Dude, I wouldn't call it an S coin, man. I mean, it just wait for 1550 and it might be a good long. Just saying.
Hey Mitch, just got the book trades about to happen for my B-Day yesterday.
Nice,
Wifey
dude.
said you looked up the recommendation.
Nice.
Thanks for being the real one and building this great community.
Dude, J Dinks, thanks for the 1337. Happy belated birthday. Yeah, I remember we had a brief discussion. And dude, I think if you read that book, you will get such a better understanding of ice lines, support resistance, up thrust, springs, back test of springs, upsloping channels, or linear regression channels, and what can happen if you break out of those, the upside downside, man. So it's a wonderful book. It's like if you read Trading in the Zone and you get done with it, then you want to go to Trades About to Happen by David Weiss. Rendition of Wyckoff theory, his rendition of the Wyckoff theory. It's wonderful, wonderful book. Thank you, dude. And again, happy birthday to you. And it's your turn to return the favor to the wifey. Better take her somewhere real nice on Friday. All right, for me, it will be in my honor. All right, thanks, dude. So Wells Fargo didn't just hit the measure move B-Slice. Nay, Black Monday. Got you to far exceed it. And very little support. You've just gotten to some sort of support. Jeez, man. 34.50. Excuse me. Yeah, 34.35. You're below that now. Jeez. So eventually this, you'll get a reflexive rally, but dude, that is some serious technical damage. Real bad. Financials got hit. I mean, it was one of the hardest sectors hit of all of them. It's like oil bad? Well, financials behind oil. So I don't know what to tell you, man. This is awful. Like, it's showing like... You know, at least the S&P 500, Dow Jones are a little bit in the green today. Just a little bit. This is not, right? It opened, it gapped up. 34.74 and has just been selling since open.
Possible
Awful.
bullish Harami on daily also. SPX, thanks. Made money on puts, ready to make money on calls. Respect the...
Well, I mean, you know, he's saying morning star maybe. Normally you want morning stars at the bottom, right? You want to see a morning star right here. I don't know. We could find a good example of a real morning star. This is a morning star. It's a red morning star, but it checks out. Like, this is a perfect little morning star reversal pattern. So you want it to be at the very bottom. And people are like, 3 white soldiers when we've already reversed. And it's like, that's not how it works. You got, you know, the patterns are at the bottom, like the first candles, not like the third or fifth or whatever. You know, it's already reversed and then it shows better. Nope, that's not how it works. They got to be at the bottom. So like, this is kind of arbitrary if we're to say it's a morning star, right? You would, oh, you said Harami, right? No, yeah, bullish Harami maybe. But who knows? The rally could continue, right? What if like it keeps running to the upside and isn't a bullish Harami? But yes, you're right. Sorry, I don't know why. Where'd I get morning star from? Dude, I'm sorry. Completely. Just give me a mulligan. Okay, it's the morning. It's early in the morning, so mulligan, please, fishhead. You're right, though. Could be if the market closed now, sure. But guess what, dude? We got 5 hours to go, right? We got 5 hours till the market closes, so lots of stuff could happen. I mean, this candle will evolve into something else. It'll be a different Pokemon, probably by the time 5 hours is up, right? Thank you, dude. And sorry again. People think the stock markets will only go up, huh? I mean, it kind of got to a point where, isn't that the point, man, where you train a bunch of people to just think it's only going to go up, and then you pull the rug and this happens, and then when it gets this low down here, those people that thought it could only go up think it can only go down, and then they get destroyed because they don't understand Fibonacci confluence areas, critical support areas. 20% down in 3 weeks, 3 trading weeks. So anyway, so the dragon is the idea here. The dragon.
Is that a joint?
Morning streams have been fire. Helps getting over the morning haze. It may be better than coffee. Like, subscribe, and maybe even share.
Ma Freedom, man, thanks for the 420, dude. Holy crap, y'all amazing. Gets over, makes you get over the morning haze, or helps you. I don't know, man. I'll tell you, I get anytime I wake up, I'll always have a haze, but we start looking at charts, there is no haze. Like, this is my escape, man. This is my solace. This is where, no matter what's going on in life, right here, dude. This is the good point, man. It's like math, numbers, patterns. It's just, I love it, man. I don't know why. I just don't know. I can't really tell you. So again, bullish Harami fishhead saying, but again, this could be in the red to lower lows. This could be higher highs, buy close. Quality setups coming soon, be smooth. Yeah, I mean, like, again, for Bitcoin, we could go ahead and act like, you know, just say 7,400 entry, but I gotta get some divergence. I think that we would sell off again. I think Bitcoin could run up to 8,200, 8,300, maybe an 8,500 to back test before selling off again, before making a double bottom or a lower low, and then the divergence would be there, and that's when we could take our strike, take our long. It's 3:23 from Germany. Wow, dude. It's so late. It's 9:24 a.m. where I am, 10:24 on the East Coast, and 7:24 a.m. on the West Coast. South Africa, it's the afternoon. Yeah, y'all have already had your fun in the sun. We're just starting for us. So let me Man, talk about chop everywhere, dude. So much freaking chop. I mean, these assets, it's real tough, dude. I mean, like, you know, we're looking at the Dow Jones, like, we haven't even looked at an individual equity, really. Because it's like, dude, all of them are screwed. They're going to just follow the indices right now. Like, because the indices are so volatile, like, these individual equities are just going to follow the volatility of the indices. And you know, if when the volatility subsides on the major indices, that's what we want. It's going to be more favorable conditions to trade in. So right now, it's really hard to be like, oh, great longing opportunity on Nvidia or AMD or, you know, Disney or this or that. I mean, like, yeah, just because they're real low, but it's like, what if the major indices continue to sell off while these individual equities are going to do the same? So good news on Nvidia, at least this demand line that has been intact since August of last year. I guess you're still above it. You definitely are above it. It's in a 256, gapped up. I mean, you closed 245, you're up 256, right? So here we go, man. It's like XABCD stuff, but you're not even close to being oversold. You're not showing any kind of divergence on the daily here. But look, XABCD. You know, dragon, same dragon stuff. Oh, I love it on the, oh my God, I really like it. See, you get a better multiplier on a lot of these equities if they're showing the same thing as the indices, right? Where, you know, look, you're starting to diverge on the MACD, on the RSI. So it's like, okay, I'm looking at the indices, I'm looking at Bitcoin. I'm looking at the individual equities, I'm looking at the altcoins. I'm looking at an altcoin right now that's pretty nice altcoin. But it's gonna be at the whims of the indices of Bitcoin, right? Cabo. So it's the same thing. It's like, you know, Dragon, XABC. It's like a premature harmonic. And so the rally, you break this down here at the target, just for a trade here. This is not for, oh my God, anything else. All right, so the breakout point is around 267. And your target for profit taking is going to be at the 618. And the secondary target would be the 786, 299.94. That's crazy to think, isn't it? But conditions are kind of setting up for it. But it won't matter. Literally, none of this will matter if the indices continue to sell off. Okay? Do you get that, right? Brett, you and me both, man. I'm not self-directed. So it's just like, okay, get wrecked. Talk to your parents, dude. All y'all, talk to your parents about their retirements. All the boomers, man. So, hey, man, could be good if the indices rally, but if they don't, it's over. It's screwed. It's going to go to lower lows. Something will give on these indices eventually. And I'm not saying something's going to give on these indices and we're back, man. We're in bullish territory. We're kings again. It's amazing. We're going to all-time highs. Nothing like that. I'm just saying I think a reflexive rally could occur where we make a lower high, but it's a deep retrace, and then we dump again to lower lows eventually. Lower lows than, yeah, 2750. Yes, it is the morning. Copying crypto. Well, I mean, like, you know, I don't go live early in the morning for crypto, though, right? Doing it for, so it'd be like stocks and coffee, or what would be a C word for stocks? I don't know. But I just worry about, you know, boomers. And I worry about the panic that could occur from this, all the selling, dude. Because it's like, The boomers went through 2000. They went through 2008. So now I'm sure they have to be getting shades of 2008 and 2000, you know, in the past 3 weeks. So you think, would there be a mass exodus of boomers just trying to preserve their capital because they can't afford another recession at their age now? The crash is near. No, the crash is here. Now, the question is, what will the retrace be after this is a crash. It's occurred. So no, I mean, like, what happens is you'll have a crash that will usher in the recession. This very well could have been the crash that ushers in the recession. But, dude, even in recessions, you get rallies, retraces, gap fills, and then you sell off again, dude. So, to lower lows. And again, you just got to think about, on the wave analysis stuff, technicals could line up with the fundamentals where it's like, okay, we don't have enough economic data really to know how bad the damage is going to be. So maybe the rally occurs because of the Fed, because of, you know, what the government's doing to try to prop this market up. As you can see, you're selling off. See, so so much for a bullish harami for now, right? I mean, you're back to near open levels. Nice rally, Kappa. So yeah, sell off, you run up. I mean, you could just be range bound in between this previous red candle. I don't know. But you'd think that we get a rally, and then the rally just continues on for a while, and then we start getting that economic data in the coming month or two that really starts showing the impact of the economic damage of the coronavirus, of the now all-out trade war. I mean, think about how many jobs are going to be lost in the U.S. because of what OPEC's doing. Oh, it's going to be terrible, man. I mean, you think about Occidental and Chesapeake Energy, all these companies that have terrible balance sheets that are just debt-ridden. They're going to go out of business. All of them. They're going to go to zero. Bankruptcy is coming. Brace yourselves. It's going to happen, man, to U.S. frackers. They're screwed, most of them. I'm gonna have to get another coffee in a minute, man. That's okay. Been live now for 1 hour and 3 minutes. If you're enjoying it, hit that like button, that bell, that sub. Bruh. Here we are. Now in the red on the day. Go figure, man. That's okay. Bottom of the range, I guess, the daily range, whatever you want to call it. Same 4-hour candle. 60 minute, you're going to be showing some red. But look, there's like a gap, man. Isn't there? Yeah, there's all kinds of gaps, though, in the 4 hour. It's stupid. It's everywhere. Let me just get rid of the target fibs until, you know. Remember, we haven't even made from the high point to low point a 23% retrace yet, so we don't even know it's valid swing high to swing low yet. You just gotta think. I mean, why is the daily showing a little bit of exhaustion? Why is the 4 hour starting to show some exhaustion? You just gotta think, man. I think, like, even if it comes down to 27.85 today, it could rally to higher highs, to higher levels. Oh yeah, Clorox. Clorox, man. Yeah, all-time highs every day. Yeah, Clorox achieved the 1414 fib extension technically today for the first time ever. Look at that divergence, though, man. Oh my God, divergence the entire way. Every single higher high is met with a lower level of relative strength. This will be coming down at some point. And look how high the volume is now with such little rewards. Again, you're in reversal territory. The oscillators looking like it. I mean, this is daily, not a joke. So you would think that this is playing a hedge. This is an equity that is some sort of hedge against the prevailing market trend right now. So if the market does recover at critical 618s, 1414s, critical supports after losing 20% of its value in 3 weeks, and now there's bullish divergence on the oscillators. You would think that this would reverse the downside, like gold, while the equities market rallies, respectively, right? 1414, here it is, Billy. High to low. This is a major reversal area. Divergence connect, okay? So high risk and buyer exhaustion is setting in indubitably. Indubitably based on the actual oscillators, not, you know, shamanism or whatever. What do you think about Disney? Well, whoever's idea it was, the Disney cipher didn't play out because, well, it's Disney and it's gonna move with the indices, and Black Monday is what killed Disney. I guess I don't have it. I don't know, man. Hold on. Sergio, talking to you, man. Devastated, dominated, obliterated, eviscerated. Not ameliorated. So, Disney destroyed. So much technical damage done. No rally yet. This is worse looking than the S&P, than the indices, right? This one just killed. It's kind of weird though how Netflix kind of held up versus, and Disney's not really, but Disney's like, they make a ton of money off movies. So people have to go out to see those movies, you know, box office, blah, blah, blah. Theme parks. Netflix doesn't have any theme parks, right? So Disney's taking a huge hit because of movies and theme parks. People aren't traveling. Disney's gonna, you know, there certain sectors of their business are gonna hurt. So I don't know. I think maybe it was a trend line. Was it no slipping support like this? Holy crap, dude. Yeah, you mean look what you had, kind of? Right, what you had? You're out. You've broken a demand line. A historical demand line that goes back to February 2016. You gotta be kidding me, man. This one just no bullish divergence. Support-wise, it's down at like $96 to $97, man. Another $10, but I don't know if we'll get there. I don't know. No, let's just go from this swing low to high. See on Fibonacci, are we at an 886 yet? 786? No, not quite at the 8. The 886 is 102.63 from just this major low to high. We could just as easily go down here too, though, I guess, right? So, you're literally, since there's no bullish divergence on the daily, you broke below the 786, whatever. There's no bullish divergence in the 4 hour, and the fundamentals are really kind of scary because we don't have the economic data, the unknowns. This isn't, to me, this is kind of scary, right? I mean, there's no reason to take a long based on the technicals or fundamentals right now. Even though it could rally randomly, sure. Look how it's performing with the S&P 500 that kind of gapped up and is kind of haraming, is just up today, 3+%. This thing's down 2.27%. What does that tell you? It's underperforming in a macro that's actually kind of doing well today. Well, those aren't good signs. Okay, hope that helps. So now, yep, everything is going down, right? Dow Jones is in the red. It's lower than it's open. So selling is starting on the Dow Jones. S&P 500 is just right at where it opened and could follow the Dow Jones. This could be a failed rally. I mean, that's not what you're looking for. You don't want to just open up and just start selling. And really the way it all has been going is it ran up and it was so weak, like no buyers showed up. Right? No buyers showed up for this. And if they did, they fled once it got to 28.50 or so. And then you got Russell 2000, of course. Right, just same thing. Opened 134.67, just been selling off. It's at its lowest low of the trading day. With gold kind of pivoting and rallying just a little bit, kind of inverse correlating. Where it was a little bit lower, 1646, 1656 now. All right, so all right, here we go in the red on the S&P again. Oh boy, monk ass. You were seeing up 500. Yeah, well, it gapped up, sure, right? This is where it closed yesterday, 27.45, and it opened at 2800. But so far, the price action since the open was a decent rally, and then it's just sold off, just faded. So you're just sitting right where you opened, mainly on the Dow and the S&P. Any good news? Not really. I mean, not really at all, actually. Besides President Trump just going live saying that there are test kits in every state in America now. That's it. That's right. Infovator. Okay. So, I mean, like, going long on individual equities is tough, right? I mean, it's real tough because of the indices. The volatility is so high right now, it's just not really prudent. Not really. Because, dude, like, it gaps up like that. I mean, people that bought puts near end of day yesterday, they're down thousands of dollars probably. Just because it gapped up. And who knows where, it's going to end today. I think it would probably close, the S&P would probably close above 2750. You'd think, but here we are, man. We're at the lowest low of the day, 2808. Let's just go to the S&P on the big screen. Why not? Charisma Sawyer, thanks for the sub. Welcome. As you can see, gap fill, technically down at 27.45, but if you're talking about real gaps, I mean, going to 27.84 to fulfill a gap, maybe before rallying, whatever. I don't care who you are, you're still you're diverging, man. You can't ignore it. I've been here before. How many times on Bitcoin have I been like, oh, we're daily divergence, and it like just takes like another week or something before it plays out, and it's like I feel like I'm crazy here. 2806, only up 2% today, only up $60, and it seems like it's just bleeding out, and it's about to continue to bleed out unless someone miraculously started buying, right? Okay. Yeah, you would have had to been in it already, a call or something, and then that's how you going to take. I mean, that's so risky. It's like there's no trading plan involved with anything going on now. Infovator. I don't really play video games anymore. I haven't played for a really long time, but nah, the graphics look incredible. It looks like a really cool game. Ben Kratz, thanks for the sub, dude. Welcome. Now, I did, to be fair, with this Super PC, last year I did buy Shadow of War and played that all the way through. Just because big Lord of the Rings nerd. Love it. Oh my god, dude. Cruise ships are down terribly. You know, Royal Caribbean, the one that was devastated yesterday, every day, but Today it's down another 5%. Long the VIX at these levels. See, it's just high risk. That's not really trading. Dude, again, like, I think most of y'all get it. How it works, right? Where it's, you look for coinciding variables. How in the F can you get coinciding variables in market conditions like this? You're actually starting to, finally. X, A, B, C. I mean, you got critical supports all over. You got the divergence. I mean, you got 3 supports. MACD divergence on the 4-hour, RSI divergence on the 4-hour, and now potentially daily bullish divergence on the RSI. That's 6 coinciding variables going on right now. Even though it doesn't look good, if there are 6 coinciding variables that are saying, hey, we could reverse to the upside, well, we already have. We've gapped up. But I'm saying, like, in time, we would continue on up. 6 reasons. If you're not going to take a long because of that, maybe it's a good idea to not be taking shorts or buying puts because of those 6 reasons based on technical analysis. Not Rudy Poo, you know, whatever the crap other people, you know, do to just flip coins and stuff. Jan, that's pretty cool, man. Nexus of 8, yes, that's amazing, dude. I play a game. It's called Work Hard so my kids can go to college. Stanley Hudson. Yeah, dude. That's hilarious. I remember that episode. That's where Michael Scott buys his condo. Oh, man. 28.06. Back to session lows. And I just say that lowest low of the day. Right? Not it gapped. I'm not saying, you know, it's at the lowest low of the sell-off, right? I'm saying where you opened, you are now lower than where you opened the day. That's what I mean. What's up, James Glenn, man? Good to see you. Yeah, it's early, dude. Seldom am I mean, this is the earliest live stream I've ever done. It was earlier than yesterday. Oh my god, KNC's pumping. What's new? Oh wow, Final Fantasy VII Remake isn't even coming to the PC? Ah, that's terrible. But I guess it'd be terrible for console business. Here we go, $27.99, selling off. Who knows how low it's gonna go? I don't know, I think we would maybe get a rally or something at some point. I mean, the selling is so overdone, man. It really is. Yeah, the Dow's giving up. Everything's kind of selling off. Yeah, a little bit. It's really not much, though. Not yet, but it can be. I mean, this, how long? You can just keep bleeding out all day, sure. But, again, you gotta think maybe divergence will play out at some point. Oh boy, right? So it's like you had the waning negative momentum. Histogram wick is now not waning anymore. It's starting to build. Gross. Achilles, man, you're asking the whole market completely crashes. Should we buy gold to preserve out wealth and keep how much it's worth or whatever? Dude, no, you had the chance to buy gold, Achilles. You had the chance to buy gold over the past 2 years. If you were watching the stream and you ever saw a gold analysis past 2 years, you knew how bullish we were on it. You knew we were acquiring position in it, dollar cost averaging into gold because of the technicals. And really guess the fundamentals too. So at this point, gold is fundamentally sound, of course, for these market conditions, but technically, you'd be buying at premium right now, and there's downside potential on gold. You're showing bearish divergence on the oscillators on the daily, so impending price action reversal to the downside. So gold right now is high, and you could lose value in the short term, midterm, because of that. Just saying. Yeah, this is the, you know, buying now, you know, though there is some divergence and all that, it's high risk to sell short or buy puts, but the fundamentals are so bad with the damage that's been done, you know, like to supply chains around the world. I mean, guidance is going to be down. Billions and billions are going to be lost everywhere. Many companies are going to be affected by it. You just started watching the stream yesterday when you found me, Achilles. Well, I hear you, man. And that's understandable, but it kind of sucks, man. I wish you would have found me, because I live stream Achilles every single day, 7 days a week for like 2 years, right? So it's just bad timing. At this point, it's really tough. What is good yield? Where can you find good yields? There are days to make money. There are days not to lose money. So at this point, it's like you're in this don't lose money stage area, right? Trade setups, you can't trade individual equities. I mean, you can try with technical analysis, but it's just not going to work if the indices sell off, right? It could look great, like Nvidia or something can look wonderful with a trade setup, but it's going to fail because the volatility is so high right now on this market. 27.93 continuing to sell off, only at 1.72% on that gap. So you'll probably see 27.85 soon. Very weak rally. Oh, and gold bars. I mean, again, you'd be buying high because you're gonna go buy that ounce of gold for $1,658 when you could have, you know, a year ago bought it at $1,300 a bar. So when you buy that gold, that physical gold, that'll probably go down in value, but you're talking long-term holds. So I think eventually gold will see all-time highs, $2,000 an ounce in time, but that could be 6 months to a year before that happens. So long-term, I think gold's a great store value, sure. But cash is king because it's liquid, right? You buy that bar of gold, you lose it, it's gone. There's no FDIC protection. And guess what? If you want to sell it, you got to take it out of the safe. You then got to transport it to your gold guy, and then you got to sell it, right? It's a big process. So it's up to you, man, on that. It's a drop. 27.90. SPX got the 4 hour up. You can look at the big screen too to check them all out. Let me hold on. Do I have the old one? Use this one. Yeah, whatever, that's fine. So Nasdaq composite support level, you're below it. You are below critical supports. Do you see this? Not good. You're also not only below historical horizontal line support, you're below an upsloping support too. You get a log? There we go. Yeah, look at this. Look how we have somehow, look at this freaking gravestone doji looking stuff yesterday. Look at you, back tested it as resistance. We gapped up. You opened at 82.11 on Nasdaq Composite, ran up for a second. And look at the selling coming in now, right? What a freaking glorious couple back tests and failures, kind of confirming, hey, you're out of this channel, man. You're below this support resistance for sure. Bearish price action. For sure, right there on the Nasdaq. That's definitely bearish price action. Be wary of where you buy your gold now. Taxes lurking everywhere, huh? Achilles, you mainly watch live streams on Twitch. Understandable, man. Well, I have a Twitch account over there, Mitch Ray TA, but man, it sucks. There's no growth. There's no way to grow. You know, there's no search in SEO for, hey, I want to know a live update on Bitcoin or crypto or stocks. You can't really search for that over there on Twitch, so it doesn't make sense. And I'm just going to be hidden behind a bunch of booby streamers. I mean, look, man, you can talk about SQs and TVIX all you want, but man, it's high risk. You've lost 20% of your value in 3 weeks. You can try to make money in these markets, but you keep trying, and when the tornado shifts, you're gonna lose all those small gains you made trying to play intraday or intraday. So, man, I mean, it's like we just talked about like 6 coinciding variables, maybe for a reason why a shorter term rally might occur. Then instead of going short or buying puts, maybe just doing nothing is a good idea too. What's up, Bud Thompson? You're like in the morning looks at the market. Just wish it was under better circumstances. Yeah, man. It's all good. Wouldn't you rather me be here during the scary times than the euphoric times? I mean, like, really? You know, oh my God, all-time highs again. Every morning forever, right? Meh. I'd rather be here during the scary times. Still, you know, give people some solace. Let them understand where critical supports are, where bounces might occur, which was yesterday, which was a bounce area, a potential bounce area. We gapped up from that. 618-1414, historical support. Hey, we've been live now for 1 hour and 30 minutes. If you're enjoying the live stream, hit that like button, that bell, that sub. Let's get a sub spike, a like spike, and everything spike. Come on, man. Earliest live stream in my live streaming tenure. So you're part of history today. At least me streaming history, okay? Who said that? Who was saying ever that Bitcoin was being a hedge against the traditional? I mean, look, it is a hedge against everything we know, right? Look, man, Bitcoin's on its own little course. It's not like hooked up or synced up to gold or Bitcoin. It's doing its own thing, right? Gold is synced up somewhat with equities. Okay, we know that. But Bitcoin's its own thing. So Bitcoin can go down when equities are going down. It can go down when gold's going down. It can go up when equities are going up. It can go up when gold's going up. But it can also go up when equities are going down and gold's going down. And it can also go down when equities are going up and when gold's going up. You understand, it's not synced to that. It's just another form of further diversification. And it just happens to be a really speculative asset. It's an infantile asset class, crypto. So you can't think about it like it's a hedge against it is a hedge against the system we know it, in terms of like it's doing its own thing. It's setting up its own patterns. It's doing its own thing. Like Black Monday, Bitcoin didn't move. What does that tell you? Bitcoin didn't move on Black Monday. It did its selling this weekend. So just, you gotta think about it like that, man. It's like its own thing. It's its own channel of buying and selling. What's the Ethereum? Oh my God, dude. Ethereum. You bounced. 195 was the critical support. We were talking about it yesterday in the stream. Real talk. You bounced off of it. You're losing all your negative momentum. You're resetting your oscillators. I think we're done here, or we go up a little bit more to retrace before we sell off again. I think we'll sell off again, and that's where we're going to be looking for that bullish divergence on the 4 hour. But we're looking at Bitcoin for. We're not going to be looking at Ethereum for the divergence, because Bitcoin's going to call the shots here, not Ethereum. So, okay, you bounced off of 195. Look, you see it. But this is all reiterations of previous analysis. Below 195 really is 150. Really is, man. So maybe we come double bottom, make a slightly lower low, and then we rally because we're exhausted. Okay, hope that helps, makes sense, dude. Quad screen. 2785, the S&P. 24,104, Dow Jones. 131, the IWM. 8,086, Nasdaq Composite. All at their lowest lows of the day. Yes, right now, all of them. Just want it to be zoomed in a little more so you can actually see it. It's harder to see, right? When they're zoomed out on the quad screen. Ugh. Right? Like, how can you see even the price action if it's like that? So you get it, man. These are all 1414 fib extensions where it reversed, but man, what a failed rally. What a nasty gap up for nothing. Do you figure gaps from open or close of candles? Close of candles. Definitely like close of candles. So here it is, completely filled, if you want to say. Congratulations on your 3-minute charts. And your puts that you bought, whatever, without a trading plan. Not really a trading plan. SPX 2783. Okay, you're at where you're pretty much at literally where you opened yesterday. Or sorry, not opened yesterday. Your previous 4-hour candle, though, the second 4-hour candle of the day, that's where it opened. 2784. That's where you are now. So continuing to sell. All right, I'm gonna get another coffee. Hour and a half live now. Come on, dude. Give me a break. So I'll be right back. Hang tight. Thanks for the nearly 500 people tuned in. We do something real quick. That should have worked if it just saved like that. Hold on. No, it didn't work. Gosh. Hold on. I remember FYX said to me last night, if we go lower today, he will tip $500 on stream. Someone backed me up on that. He pinged me last night. I was already in bed. So I guess, hey man, I guess if we go lower, win-win, right? For me. Save changes, nice. All right, hang tight, chat. I'm getting this coffee. I'll be right back. S&P 500 is up. Watching it in real time on the 4-hour chart. How hot? I mean, when will the negative momentum subside? Kings. Alright, I'm back. But I've got smoked salmon with me, so I'll be eating that for a moment. Because I didn't eat breakfast. It got up and went live, man. Hold on. Oh my god, 4 hour gap filled. Oh my god. Kind of. You're listening to Hunter Frontier Radio. Early morning stream, gangs. Alright, I'm back, man.
Bruh.
Audio's still too loud. Give me a break, man. Give me a break. Probably still too loud right there, but F it, man. F it. No, I get you, fish head, but we're talking like literal gapping, right? Like there's a literal gap, you know, from there to here. You know, sometimes that happens. Yeah, I think the actual literal gap fill is like 27.45, 27.50, right? But, you know, you normally just look for gaps on the daily, which there wasn't one, right? There wasn't a gap on the daily. You gapped up, but certainly there was no, like, space. There was no vacuum. So, you get that right. What's up, Colin G? What up, man? Long time. I had to stop in. Good to see that you're still going strong, bro. Much love. Right back at you. Yeah, let's go to RCL. What a joke. Oh, I can't imagine with the indices not looking too hot, too. It was down 5%. Is it down more? It is. Dude, it was down 5% just a little while ago. Okay. $47 to $50. Critical support. That was big time, man. That was something you had to hold. You didn't. So now you're just all kinds of chop, right? Just hanging on to 2007 levels. I mean, yeah, you've been much lower. I think this might be another support, which is the 886. Back from 2006. Or you just go from that major low to the high. And again, you're, oh man, look what you're touching right now like the Jesus man. The 78.6%. 43.65. You're at it.
Bruh.
That's insane. So after 43.65 is 32.63, and the 886 at right $32, right? So that's next target if you get there. I mean, the fundamentals are just so bad. It could happen, I guess. You're so oversold. 10.4. Fundamentals own this thing. Last time we were at this level was September of 2001. Somehow it's not an all-time low. When right here, September 2001, it was the lowest low before the rally. Look at the rally. Look where you went after you got that low on the RSI. That's nuts. Sure, it's a lot different situation now, though, right? Good freaking gosh. Where are we? Oh, no. What a joke, man. It's a iceberg. Joshua Ramsey sitting at your IBM desk, listening, looking here, listening. Awesome, man. Going back to the quad screen to look at how bad it is. It's not good, man. Like Black Monday, and historically after Black Mondays or after days like this, like the Mondays, you know, the turnaround Tuesday. I mean, I think on average, let me, oh yeah, Whippy got it out. Let me show you this. I think you'll all be interested to see this and how interesting. So the S&P 500, 5% plus drops on Mondays, 1952 to present. Thanks again, shout out to Whippy, a patron, for this little chart here. Every single time, right? Percentage change. Look, this was yesterday, down 7.6%. Every single time the next day, percentage up. It's between, you know, at its lowest point, 2.28%. That was 1955. But you normally have real nice days the next day. We don't know, right? You're up right now, S&P, like 1.5% or something. So it's, you're bucking history right now with how weak you are. So there should be a rally if history is to repeat itself. If. That doesn't have to happen. Dude, really? I'm about to just turn on backdoor funk. I can't handle this, man. I can't. It's just too much. It literally sound like I'm in a laser Space Jam or something. Laser discotheque from, you know, somewhere in Star Wars. It's weird. I don't feel comfortable.
Bruh.
So, anyway. Average 4.2% up. 100% positive, right? So for us to fall below the lows of the day yesterday, almost impossible. I mean, based on history. So the next week, you can see there were only 2 times where it was bad. You know, 2008, global financial crisis, and 1955, where it's barely anything. But every other next week after Black Monday, you were up substantially. Next month, same deal except for 08 and 1962. So the next 6 months, look at the percentage gains. Besides 2008, which was a different situation. Banks having to get bailed out, automobile companies having to get bailed out. Man, the world was falling apart. I think maybe different situation now, but you can see, man, the next 6 months, very nice recoveries at least. And here we are. History, man. So that's why there's another reason that if you're scared of going long and you think it's going to go down, I mean, maybe around this time it's better to just wait and do nothing than to start trying to take high risk shorts and puts and stuff at levels where history is on your side. You're bucking history if you're going short or buying puts right now, for real, or adding to anything. Yeah, next day average is...
Is that a joint?
Something like that. Ted letter opener, I think you'll like this just fine. What's up, Agent Bambi? Good to see you, man. RCL, down nearly 10% today. I'm sure CCL is in the same boat. No pun intended. Yes, well, I mean, it's only down 2.64% today, but it's just devastated, man, right? Nearing supports though. Hey, real quick, getting down to levels 18, 38 to 20 bucks. All right, big time. So maybe you'll probably sell off. You'll touch that in time. You'd think, right? Even being oversold, you think you'd see that. You're so close. All right, S&P 500, 2776. At the bottom of the golden zone. Don't care who you are. You are, certainly. Lowest low of the day. Yeah, you may be up 1%, but nah. Look, the real gap. The real freaking gap, 2750. This is a completely different situation than all the other times. Dude, they all have their own circumstances, dude, of why they're dropping. Each case was, you'd have to go back and study them. They all have different situations, dude. So you're saying, no, man. There are only 10 times in history where the S&P 500 drops on a Monday 5+%. I'm not saying history will repeat itself 100%, but you know, the next day it's always up. Every single time. So, you know, you're up today, but not even 1% now, and you just hit the lowest low, and the selling is continuing. Wow. No help at all. Here we go again. Looking more likely we'll test 27, 29, right? Yep. Where we were yesterday at close. But even if there's more selling, I think divergence will still develop on the RSI. Man, been live for 1 hour and 50 minutes now. If you're enjoying it, hit that like button, that bell, that sub if you want. It's all good, dude. Thanks for the 400 still here. Thanks for the 331 likes. Wow. As we watch the gains that were had at open dwindle away methodically with each passing moment. It's just this slow attrition bleed. What's up, Ty Coker? Man, that was real weak, though. I mean... Hold on a sec. Text my bookie about Bitcoin. Yes, he's curious. Hold on. What's up, IBLB? You're sure people would show? I mean, you know, some people, not many. We had more people. I think we had like 800 people yesterday watching the stream for the Black Monday, but we're getting closer and closer to Black Monday prices anyway. Dude, people were watching the stream when we were at higher prices yesterday, I guess because the gap down drew more people in. I get that. But now we are at lower prices than we were when I was live in the morning yesterday. That's what's astounding. Dang, dude, FYX. Feels good, man. He says, all jokes aside, Mitch, thank you for all the free and valuable knowledge you give out. Learned more here. Earned more here, I guess. Kappa. Learned more here in this community than anywhere else. Love y'all. We love you too, FYX, man. We just want you to do the right things, man. Okay? We know you're young. You're wide-eyed. You're innocent. Not so innocent, but just don't want you to get wrecked, man. Because they're, you know, you can learn from other people's mistakes, or you can learn from your own. It's, you know, it's less painful to learn from someone else's mistakes than to not do that. So. Here we go, 2766. Continuing to bleed out like everything else in this market. Let's go by the quad screen so you can see them, all of them, the major four indices. Now you have the Russell 2000. It is at its lowest level, 52 weeks. No, not 52 weeks, excuse me. Since December, yeah, 52-week lows on the, to get out of here, yes. Russell 2000 hasn't been this low since December freaking like 20th, 27th, 2018. And look left. Important, man. Look. This peak. June of 2015. You're right at it. You don't want to fall below it. You really don't, man. That's serious. So this one getting beaten down worse than the others, but all the others are catching up, it seems like, to the Russell 2000, which they will soon maybe be lower than their close yesterday, which is freaking insane. Maybe just more testament to how pathetic the demand is and how no one's buying. But it doesn't mean it's a low risk for short or buying puts, okay? I'm just saying, man, better, like, I don't feel bad because I'm not doing anything. I'm not like playing this crap. Like if maybe we had some confirmation today, I might have thought about getting some longs or something. Just not yet. Gap fill incoming. I mean, we're continuing to bleed out. 27.52. You're about to be in the red. Even for when we gapped up today, you're about to be in the red. Jeez. We probably won't get a circuit breaker today. No way. Not because of the gap up. You're just not going to get a circuit breaker. The only reason we got a level 1 circuit breaker yesterday was because of the huge gap down on the Monday. Someone call Probst. Tell him so much for turnaround Tuesdays. He's not surprised with this mess. Yeah, well, it happened so fast, man. No boomer had time to respond. And so you just got to think that is like, if no one had time to respond, you had that 50% retrace, dead cat bounce, whatever you want to call it, before this new wave down. But now we're at where the new wave is. This is typically on, you know, traditional markets and assets. These are typical reversal areas to the upside again. And so you get a much larger wave than you got for the dead cat bounce. And then by the time you get to a 61.8% retrace for 786, that's where people would be pulling out their funds for real, forever, or whatever, you know, for a long time. Boomers maybe forever, because they're getting definite shades of global financial crisis and tech bubble pops, right? So they can't afford, with how old they are, they cannot afford to wait through another 2-year long recession. So you've now touched on the day. I know it's not showing up here, but on my other screen I see it. You're now touching 27.46, which is the 61.8% retrace. That is the golden retrace. Let me do something real quick. I'm here though. I'm here. We're just watching all 4 of the major indices take a dump like a scrub. Let's see, Gemini again. Two seconds. I'm taking a picture for my bookie. Does circuit breaker mean system collapsing? No, it prevents the system. It's not even a system. It's just like prevents the market from, you know, like crashing. Like, right? Because selling begets more selling, right? People panic, and so it'll stop that. And it really, what it does, it'll stop the market from its tremendous amounts of selling, people panicking, getting out, so the Fed can intervene and infuse liquidity into the market. And so that's exactly what happened. Yesterday was perfect. I mean, it was such a good circuit breaker. And what it was, so its whole point of existence was to do what happened yesterday, to stop the momentum of the selling pressure. Because if you're down 7% already, you know, it could have gotten much worse. You get it? And like before we had circuit breakers and stuff, man, look at 1929, man, before we knew what was going on. So no, we're not going to get another circuit breaker today. We probably won't get. You realize how rare circuit breakers are. Yesterday was history. I think we should have gotten a circuit breaker in 2010 during the flash crash, but it didn't even go off. But in 1987, the Dow Jones Industrial tumbled 20+% intraday. And that was the last time we really had a circuit breaker. And that was the big one. I mean, trading was halted for the rest of the day. Thanks, Jesse, man. Well, I got a text from him this morning. He's asking, should I buy Bitcoin right now? And I said, well, I think we'll see 74 to 7,700 again. And that might be a good opportunity for long. Because I think we're at 8,000 now, but it's only because we're resetting the oscillators. We were so oversold on the 4 hour. And I think this is the retrace, and we'll get an attempted sell-off rally. And on that attempted sell-off rally, we'll make maybe slightly lower lows. We might even, if we're lucky, get to 7,400 on spot price and not a flash crash wick, right? And then by the time we get to 7,400 or 7,700 again, we're going to be showing bullish divergence. And we're showing bullish divergence at those areas. Hello? Seller exhaustion on a higher low than your low from December 2019. So that's what I told him, man. I think we could see 77, 7,400 again. And that might be good. Well, if it goes up more than 5%, it will be 7%. Why don't they do that? I think they used to have a circuit breaker for the upside. They just don't. I don't know, man. It's like panic selling. You know how they say stairs up, escalator down, whatever. It's because of that. Because it's like you can have melt ups, but when people aren't just gonna be. A lot of people will be like, there's no value. Too high. This is insane. This is going way too high. All right, but like if it's going down and dumping, people are like, oh my god, this is in a free fall right now. I'm pulling out too. Screw this. I don't care how low it is. It can keep getting lower and lower and lower. I'm screwed. I'm just trying to preserve my capital. It's like a different mentality when you melt up, when you melt down. It's just different, man. That's why you have methodical marches up and then you have straight lines down, which is a perfect example was what we just saw in the past few weeks. Dow's officially under yesterday's close. Go back to the plot screen. Not quite. It was close. Oh, yeah. The close. Yeah. You're right. Yes. Scaling in. Absolutely. How was that, man? You are below Black Monday prices right now on all exchanges. So here we go. Looks like FYX got this one too. He did it, man. So miserable. I don't know. 27, 29. That's like pinpoint accurate on the other one.
Waiting impatiently for the bullish divergence in BTC.
Crypto Steve, thanks for the threes. Yeah, man, we gotta wait. It's not there yet. It isn't. All we've done is reset the oscillators, and now we need to sell off again. I would like us to go sideways a little bit longer to get in some green positive Momo. I hate when the MACD histogram doesn't show a separate island. You know what I'm saying? We still have let's one more, just a few more hours, like a next 8 hours. Let's get to neutral, get to green, and then we can dump again. That's fine. Bitcoin needs a circuit breaker? No way, dude. No way. I would hate that. Let Bitcoin be free. No, we don't want regulators. Just leave it alone. Let it be free market for real. The stock market's like free market, you know, with all the liquidity pumps by the Fed, you know, PPT. Free market, by the way. No, Bitcoin is the truest form of free market. Leonard said yesterday the 618, not the 1618, the 618 and the 1414 confluence and the support kind of saved the day, acted as a circuit breaker. I wouldn't say circuit breaker. I would say it did what supports are supposed to do. There's supposed to be buy orders. There's supposed to be some demand there, and there wasn't much, because if you saw how we closed in the last 5 minutes of the day, you dumped back to nearly a session lows, and here we are. We gapped up, and look at this, man. You have now officially filled the gap. Right? The real gap, which was you had gapped up. Look, you closed here at 27.43. You opened today at 28.15. You ran up, and now you're talking about gaps. That's it. It filled, technically. But at this point, man, that's bad. Now, you know, right here, 27.29. So this is a log scale. Like, why? What's going on here? Let me make sure this is pinpoint accurate. Hello? Pretty, look at the daily. Line it up for the daily. Yeah, it's like right there, man. Yeah, and it's like there's a candle. It's like right where that open was with the wick here. Pinpoint accurate little right touches. So scaling back in though, you can see you're now below the 618. You're now about to touch the 1414, which I think we touched it before bouncing a sec. Now we're back at it, and then here we go, like below that 2728, 2730. That actually wasn't even tested yesterday, so we could test that. I mean, it's look, it's there. You see it, right? I mean, it's perfect. So officially, you haven't touched it. So we can go back to the 4 hour now, and you can see what's next. Bloody Tuesday, inverse turnaround Tuesday, and if you close where we are now, if you don't even close up any, you're making history. Like real talk history. Look, remember, the only times on a Monday where the S&P closes down over 5%, every single next day the percent is up, except for today. So it's bucking history like insanely right now. You can't tell me the coronavirus oil stuff is worse than the global financial crisis. You just can't. Even though we know, if you look at the stats after the day, look at the week and the month, the next 3 months, it was miserable, it was awful. But even with it being so awful, at least the next day was up 5.42%. We're down 0.29%. That is... It's history. It's never happened before. What's going on? You would have to get an amazing rally now in order for that to get negated. What's happening? Yeah, Bitcoin dumping 7,800. Dude, I mean, was it like we were still at 8,000 plus? We're talking about seeing 74, 7,700 again because we need that divergence. You want to go to Bitcoin? Yeah, Bitcoin's selling off. But it's right at that 7,800 area. Remember? Look left. Support. Resistance. Support, 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 support. You're just right at that again. This is not weird.
Is that a joint?
Bruh.
One mute.
Win Yin. Looks like launch has been delayed due to lack of hustle. Yes, Bitcoin bearish engulfing. 20 minutes left on the 4 hour, showing weakness into the close, where you've lost all your negative momentum. You've reset the oscillator. You're now not oversold, but maybe more selling continue. You know, it starts again, and then we make lower lows, and then we get that divergence. Oh my God, Philip Price, I'm the chair. Let's go.
Is that a joint?
Bruh.
Dude, Philip, man, welcome. Thanks so much for joining the Patreon. Support the team, supporting the stream. Everything we do here, man. Because of people like you, I'm able to come back multiple times a day. I'm able to come and be able to do morning streams where we're seeing complete carnage in the stock market, meltdown, where you just recently made the lowest low of the entire sell-off, right? Lower, you just intraday just made lower lows than even the lowest lows of Black Monday yesterday. So very bad on all indices. Thanks again, Mr. Prath, man.
Bruh.
We get some hype in the chat. Thank you.
Hype in the chat.
Wake up. It's nearly lunchtime on the East Coast. So yes, quad screen, not good. Bitcoin also selling off around the exact same time as the indices. But again, you are above 7,800, which is somewhat of a support, as we just showed you. But not good. You're completely covering the previous green candle with red. So there could be, if there's follow the price action, lower prices, you get it. It makes sense. So will we get ourselves a tweezer bottom cap up? How lit would that be? Just to back test it to see, okay, confirm, and now we go. Again, I don't care who you are. It is a high risk for a short here for buying puts. It's high risk. I'm sorry, dude. It is. You golden retraces, 1414 fib extensions, and horizontal line supports. I mean, that's like crazy, dude. After losing 19% of value in 3 weeks, when that never happens really, like almost ever in the stock market. History has already been made. And, of course, the stats. It's like you've never not had a positive percentage day on a Tuesday after the S&P 500 loses 5+% of its value, like ever. So not much of a flash to it, more like a methodical crash, methodical selling, and just bleeding. It's just like a bleed out. And it's like in Call of Duty when I guess you have like a death streak or something. The S&P 500, Dow Jones, Russell 2000, Nasdaq, they're all on that losing streak. So they like are down and they get last stand, or they get like they die and then a grenade pops out or it explodes. Congratulations on your death streak, scrubs. Talking about the markets. Great. Did anyone get that at all? Can't wait to see this afternoon's price action. Yeah, man. I'd love to see what's going to happen here. We've got 17 minutes until 18 minutes till Bitcoin 4-hour closes. I think the 4-hour close on the S&P as well. 17 minutes till your 4-hour close. I might be wrong. Let's check it out real quick. No, you got an hour and 47 minutes until the 4-hour candle closes. Gotcha. It's a little off. Okay. But 2 hours. But yes, as you can see, 1 touch, 2 touch, and a rally is occurring now. This could be tweezer bottom stuff, maybe. I'm telling you, this is a super strong. I mean, this support too was touched, right? Whoa, whoa, whoa! What just happened? Is that delayed or something? Did someone just do that? If you just did what you did, whoever you are, I'm sorry it's not showing up on Stream Elements. That makes no sense, dude. Can you confirm, sir, what you just did? Who just tipped me? confirm in the chat before we celebrate, because I don't know if it's a duplicate now or if it's wrong or if it's delayed, okay? I'm sorry, man, it didn't show up. I don't know why. I'm seeing it, I'm receiving it now in my PayPal, but just whoever you are, say, yes, I did that, blah, 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 and say what you did, okay? I'm sorry, man. It's Stream Elements, dude. So Bitcoin, 78.72, trying to hold. Hey, it's kind of rallying with the indices a little bit, right? Just a smidge. You main, dude, let's go.
Is that a join?
Bruh, bruh, bruh.
Yeah, Yemaine just sent $100. $100 contribution, man. Thank you so much. I'm sorry, dude. I have no idea why Stream Elements, it didn't work. It's been working all morning. But thank you. Yemaine, dude, thank you so much, Yemaine. Can we get some hypes in the chat? Or we do a...
Hype in the chat!
For Yemaine. You did. You certainly did, man. Very, very grateful. Let me, maybe I could do like a... I could just try to make it for you. Never done this. I did it once for Drink Troll. Oh my god, Tyler M, hype in the chat, let's go!
Is that a join?
Bruh, bruh, bruh.
Dude, Tyler, man, thank you so much for supporting the team, supporting the stream. Holy crap. Let's go! With the world maybe unfolding, here we are, bouncing off those lows, filling the gap. Legit. Let's see how high it goes, man. Based on history, we should close green. Look at all those hypes for Yemaine. And now Tyler. Thank y'all. God. Best freaking community ever. I'm going to do something, though. Just so it falls in the jar for Yemaine. Because that's just not fair, man. I'm sorry. Let me see what I can do here. Do a test tip. Emulate tip. Do. All right, this one's for you, Yemaine, dude. All right. Right.
Yumani tipped $100.
Yumani.
Kings.
Is it Yumani? I'm sorry, man. If it's Yumani, dude, the TTS got me beat every time. It knows names better than me. Thank you, man. Jeez. Let me know if that sufficed, brother man. Oh my god, what a bounce. After the gap fell, we tweezerin', man. High risk for puts, high risk for shorts, lower risk for longs. Even though the long might not be the play, definitely taking shorts or buying puts is definitely not the play. I have no idea how we could get any kind of what kind of divergence on the monthly? Bearish? If it's bearish, that's not good, man. Yeah, Aaron, pause. Well, we talked about Disney a little earlier, talking about movies, box office, and their theme parks. The two major sectors of the revenue are going to fundamentally take a huge beat down. So, you think it's just not prudent waiting still on the macro. Oh, Trump and Pence are live right now. Huh. Would y'all be mad if I just did this?
HHS, more than 4 million will go out this week. You've worked with commercial labs to expand testing, and that'll continue to increase by the day. But we want the American people to know that they are covered through private insurance. They are covered through Medicare, Medicaid, and there'll be no surprise billing. And finally, Mr. President, as you directed us yesterday, we produced helpful information for every American family, how they can keep their home, their school, their business, their establishment safer from the spread of the coronavirus. All of these major health insurance companies have agreed to convey all this information starting today to all of their customers, as well as to send the CDC's guidance for seniors with underlying health conditions to give them specific recommendations. And so, as you requested us, they've all agreed to work with us to communicate information directly to the American people. Because as you've said, Mr. President, while the risk to the average American of contracting the coronavirus remains low, we want a full partnership with industry and give the American people all the information they need to avoid contracting or spreading the coronavirus, and particularly these companies are going to help us get information to seniors with underlying health conditions who really represent the most vulnerable population to serious outcomes. And I know I speak on behalf of the President when I say how grateful we are for the collaborative spirit, the generosity, and the partnership represented by the great companies at this table.
That's true, very true. And we are working very closely with the cruise line industry, and very, very closely. They're taking very strong steps in terms of people going on and going off. But they're spending a lot of money, and they are working very hard, and we're going to be helping that industry. Likewise with the airline industry, they're taking very, very strong steps for people coming into our country, even getting off the planes. So we are working very closely with them. We're helping them. They're two great industries, and we'll be helping them through this patch. And so far, I think it's been going very well. You know all about the big ship that came in yesterday, and that's going along incredibly well, working with the state of California successfully, very successfully, also with Canada and with UK. So the UK is taking their people, their citizens back, and Canada is about 600 people. They're coming back. They're being met and brought to planes and being brought very, very, in a very, very dignified fashion back into Canada. So we appreciate all of the help we've had in that, and that's working out very well. With that, I might just ask a couple of folks if you'd like to make a statement on behalf of the industry. Perhaps, would you like to make a statement on behalf of the industry?
Sure. This is Gail Boudreau, and one of the things that I think is most important is from day one, as an industry and as a company at Anthem, we have been very focused on ensuring access to care, and that cost is not an issue for people to have the testing appropriately done. So we're pleased that we're able to continue to expand this access. And as the President said, I think it's really important for all of our customers, our members, and the American people to have this. So we are very supportive of the efforts underway.
Great job you're doing. Thank you very much. Anybody else? Would anybody else like to make a statement? Even the ones over here, you can turn your head. Look at those cameras.
So I'll say on behalf of the industry, we represent the great companies around the table here, but then those that operate at a local level, that we all have the same commitment to making sure that cost is not a barrier to people getting tested and treated. We want to make sure that we're focused on prevention, testing, and treatment, and getting that information out as quickly as we can to make sure people know how to limit the spread of the disease.
Very good. Thank you very much. Please.
Mr. President, on behalf of the 36 independent Blue Cross Blue Shield plans that insure 1 in 3 Americans, we're pleased to make sure that people have access to the test, to the coverage that they need. I also want you to know that the commitments we've made also apply to the Federal Employees Program, where we insure over 5 million employees.
That's great. Thank you. Thank you all.
Maybe.
Please.
I would just like to say, as a large servicer of Medicare, that we are very oriented to the aging population, and most importantly, how do we make it as easy as possible for them to receive their test? And being able to do it in the home is a very important part of that. And so when we think about telemedicine at home, it reduces great barriers to allow them to have the testing.
And a lot of people now are taking advantage of that, really strong advantage. Who else would you suggest?
Dave Wickman.
Dave, please.
Mr. President, thank you for having us first and foremost. And I guess just to extend the conversation here, we're working very hard to protect the health workforce, which we think is essential to ensure that Americans have access to the proper care. Getting the health workforce back to work, so quickly tested and back serving patients is a high priority for us as an organization serving somewhere around 18 million patients across America.
Right. Well, thank you. And Governor Pete Ricketts, Nebraska, everybody. Nice to see you, by the way.
Mr. President, I just appreciate your leadership and the Vice President's leadership to work with the governors to be able to make sure we're keeping people healthy in our states. It's been a fantastic cooperation at all levels of government, and we really appreciate also all the cooperation of all these executives around the table to make sure that the people in my state and all the states across the country will be able to get a test and not worry about having it.
Right. Great thing. Thank you all very much. Thank you. Thank you very much, everybody.
Look here! Look, listen!
They're still going, asking questions to him. I thought he was done. Hold on. Dude, stop! These people screaming. They're screaming at the press to get out. Dude, that's annoying. So, mute the mics. Okay, now they're
That is
done.
the president. A couple of headlines there. Of course.
Okay, sorry. Just wanted it to mean, you know, anytime if I'm live and the president goes live or something for information, you know, Pence is there, you know, I kind of want to cover it. So I just want it to be like, you can hear it. Because you're busy doing something. You're probably working or moving around or doing yard work. I don't know. But, you know, it's convenient if you're watching the stream that you don't have to switch off from here and go, you know, listen to the president, right? No, it wasn't I guess it was the people talking to the reporters. So, you know, you just had this little scrub rally just because the president and vice president showed themselves. And I don't know, just about when it was almost over, he started selling off again. So I don't even know if the bounce had anything to do with them going live. And maybe the market is, if it's selling off again like this, maybe the market's like, wow, they were live, but they didn't really give, you know, much info. I don't know. Am I considered a boomer, honey boy? Yeah, dude, I look like a boomer, right? Yeah, dude, this is what boomers look like. Okay? Yeah, dude. No, not a boomer. I'm a millennial. Bitcoin selling off. 77.92. Bearish engulfing, 4 minutes to go. Closing weakness could be follow through price action after this. So don't forget it, man. You rallied, you reset the I mean, you almost reset it. You didn't completely. So now maybe we start picking up negative momentum again on lower prices. That's crazy, dude. Never been called a boomer before. No one's ever even thought of me as maybe being a boomer. That's nuts, dude. Yeah, I'm the youngest boomer on the planet, man. Okay, Xavier's talking about monthly bearish divergence. We'll get back to Bitcoin in a second. But yeah. Maybe. Yeah, dude. I think maybe we had looked at this once or twice. You had divergence here, right? It played out. Then you rallied again. But then when you rallied again to make a higher high, you made even lower levels of relative strength. Lower, I mean, see, the problem is from this high to this high, you're cherry picking a little bit, so it's not as clear, but you can see it, right? Somewhat divergence. This is the monthly, but again, remember, we got the weekly. Make sure it's visible on the monthly too. This support line. All right, you're still well above it. So eventually, demand line, support line, whatever. 25.50 depends on when you get there, right? Definitely depends. Don't think this is viable support on the monthly, maybe the weekly. So you get it sitting at 47 on the RSI. So further to fall if you're going to actually test the 2009 demand line, right? 2011. 2015, you almost touched it in 2018, December 2018. So, good look. Yeah, Gerson. Depends by the time we get there. By the time Bitcoin gets to 74 to 7,700 again, there might be, and I would say there's definitely going to be value at 7,400, I think. But like, I want to see coinciding variables. I got to see some divergence there too. So I'm waiting for that. So there you go, Xavier, dude. I get you, man. Here's your Bitcoin and on the monthly. Why not? Look at the log scale, right? Starting to build negative momentum on this new month. Look at the bullish engulfing candle you got. Is almost completely wiped out now. That January engulfing, nothing, dude. Like it didn't even matter. Even though the last monthly bullish engulfing we got on February 2019, look at the rally you had. Pfft, crazy, isn't it? So I think a supply line eventually would be up at, depending on if you ever got there again, 11K or so. So here we are, 77.50. You're closing near session lows. 30 seconds, right? 4 hour? 4 hour session. So the lowest point of this whole correction was around 7,600. Look at the selling. Look at this dump going on. Stock market still off its lows of the day, but not by much. 10 seconds, chat. Gross. I need to change the title of my stream. Forgot about that. I didn't even do that. So it's episode 891, I think. Now. Okay, so we haven't changed it. It's not a big deal. Thanks for the nearly 500 people tuned in right now. If you're enjoying the live stream, hit that like button, that bell, that sub. We do have a new 4-hour candle upon us, and the selling is almost immediate. Uh-oh, chat. You scared? Scrub rally? Dump. Let the price come to you. See, this point, man, with a descending broadening wedge, how much does it help us with our interpretation of how, you know, like the trend is? You know, it's real, and I think it's still gonna play a role one day. If we ever sell off this much or ever pump this much, they play a role as support resistance, but it's really just not helpful right now, in my opinion. So we try to make sense of what, you know, downtrend we're in. What could we draw? Would make a lot of sense. I mean, let me just be creative here. See, when you anchor like, I know it's not conventional. But when you anchor like 1 here and then 2 and 3 here, then you get another touch here. I mean, that's where it pivoted. And so, and if you know, anchor down there and you have 1 anchor up here, then you get 2 touch points here and really 3. So it's a pretty nice looking channel here with your first anchor point being back from February 10th, 2020. So that confines us, which is all we really, that's what we care about with this channel. I like it, man. So I guess we're going to stick with that, but just know where we are. You almost made a 38% retrace before selling off. Okay. Gotcha. The daily, so you can see where we are. Oh, I guess I got rid of the Fibonacci. That's okay. Redo it. Daily's still kind of a mess, man. Still gross price action. No like reversal candles yet. Negative momentum. It almost made it to neutral. It started selling off again. So you could get divergence on the MACD sim, but in RSI, no, you're not even oversold yet. This is what's irking me, man. I really want to see Bitcoin get oversold. That would make me feel more comfortable with a long, you know, low to high. See, the 786 is down at 7,300, but we know before 7,300 is 7,400. Historical support. We've held it before. Kind of right here too. So it seems kind of like the target, 7,400 at this point. Oh, look at the stock market rally, man. Uh-huh. Well, well, well. Look here, listen. It still sucks, but my God, it was a lot better than it was. I mean, that's seriously volatile. Chat, that's pretty freaking volatile. Dow Jones top left, S&P 500 top right. IWM / the whatever, it's the Russell 2000 ETF is in the bottom left, bottom right. Nasdaq Composite, as you can see, look what happened, man. This 125, 129, you bounced off of it like to Jesus, man. Not a joke area. This is serious business. Technical stuff, man. So you gotta hold that. Otherwise, you might be screwed. So what did it do? It bounced off the 1414 again. Fib extension. Perfectly for the second time. Wow. That head and shoulders look massive. What are you talking about? Anarchist, huh? Rapid J, man, oh my God.
Bruh.
Hype in the Discord.
Raptor tipped $24.08. Hype into Discord.
Hype in Discord. He says, is there hype? Yeah, I mean, like, be sure to join the Discord if you're not a part of it. We've got 5,300 plus members, extremely active. I mean, my God. If you want educational resources, what books to buy, if you want to be in a community that you ask at anyone in the general chat, there's going to be tons of people that are going to try to help you get the information you seek or covet, right? So you just want to be a part of it because, like, where the live chat we have now, when the stream ends, it migrates into the Discord. That's like our headquarters. So I'll give you an invite link to join. Again, we're all up in there, dude. All of us. Just posted the Discord link. Join it if you're not a part of it. And really, I mean, like, even if you don't care so much about community and all that.
To finally liking these early shows, thank you, Mitch.
It's the Beeswaxers, the back, man. Arthur and Emily, thank y'all so much for the 5. Up in Virginia. Thank y'all. I bet you're getting ready for the... I mean, I bet you're already seeing... I am. Buds are blossoming all around. I love it, man. This time, it's like when the first buds blossom, they're like not green. They're like different colors. So they're mini trees that look like snow covered, but it feels great outside. It's a nice little alternative. Excuse me. Trying to switch the music up a little bit. All right. Don't know what I'm going to get here. Dude, I can't catch a break. That's okay right there, I guess. True to Brooks says, MACD projectile red vomits ever since Valentine's Day. Gross. But I get you. Dow goes down, Bitcoin goes down, Dow goes up, Bitcoin goes down. Nah. Dude, think about Bitcoin's doing its own thing. Wait, guess what? You didn't say when the Dow Jones was going up and Bitcoin was going up too. You didn't say that. You're cherry picking. Dude, Bitcoin is on its own course. It is not correlated with the stock market, nor is it correlated with gold. It's its own thing. So, what does that mean? Focus on the technicals. The technicals, man, right?
Thanks for your amazing streams. Keep on.
The Leo. Oh, it feels so good! Thanks for the 690 pennies, the Verge in the jar. Really appreciate it, dude. Kings. And I will. Yeah, thanks for just all the feedback. This is the earliest stream I've ever done in my 10-year streaming. Earliest. So if you're watching this stream, you are a part of Mitch Ray TA history, I guess. So, technicals. Focus on the technicals. What were the technicals telling us this weekend? Once this sell-off, once this candle bearish engulfed at this level, it seemed bad. it seemed ugly. And since then, follow the price action. Now you're not at 100% measured move, which is 64.10, and my God, I don't think you want to see that. I think you want to fail to hit the measured move because there's just too much support at 74 to 7,700. But if you look at it this way, there's still plenty of room to run the downside, and there's no relief yet. I mean, your RSI is not oversold yet. There's no chance at all right now for RSI bullish divergence. The only chance you have is some bullish divergence on the MACD. That's it. So 7,700, you know it's a critical support. I mean, of somewhat. It's not. I don't think it's as strong as 7,400, but it's definitely real, and you're not really below it yet. You're an hour behind the live stream. Sorry to hear that, dude. Hey, MK, what's up, dude? If it was correlated with the fear index, chow, which is fear index is pretty much the VIX. If it was truly correlated, it would be mooning right now. But it's not. It's not correlated with the VIX. It's not correlated with fear. It's not. It's its own thing, and you should focus on the technicals. That's it. I wouldn't focus on news-driven events, anything like that. Iran, I wouldn't focus on oil war. I wouldn't focus on the charts in crypto or really Bitcoin. Because it's doing everything. It contradicts anyone trying to make sense of what it's doing. If you don't use the technicals, you're contradicted. Always, all the time, you're contradicted. Dude, this thing was breaking out when Iran war fear was happening, when the coronavirus was just coming into existence, or really starting to make headlines. It was breaking out of the upside. And then the same people that were saying, oh, it's because coronavirus, we're breaking to the upside. It was the same idiots that were trying to say up here we were dumping because coronavirus. It's like, just stop trying to make sense out of it. That's human nature, though. We try to make sense out of things we don't understand. And guess what? In doing so, you draw false conclusions. It doesn't help anyone. It doesn't help you. So stick with the charts. Yeah, Bitcoin's correlated with Bitcoin. Thank you. What's up, Lee Britton? Glad you're enjoying it. CNBC's muted me too. Bitcoin's 78.16. It just bearish engulfed, and now it's kind of testing on the 4 hour that 7,800 resistance area because it was kind of supposed to be support. What's up, Jolly Illy? Well, yeah, it's a more reasonable time for me to be live, right? It's the evening in Europe. Oh, nice. Thanks for the new Discord members. You think streaming early was definitely a good way to get more viewers? Well, we are well below the average. We are at 500 viewers right now, and we've only picked up like 2 new subs. So I don't think at all. It has nothing to do with me growing. Me going live this morning had nothing to do with, I'm going to get new viewers and new subs. It's not about that. It's about the people that are subbed to me, giving them coverage. The people that have been with me for years, they deserve coverage. So new people, great, but I wasn't even thinking about that. Responding to battery is this, man. Are you serious, dude? Is this real life or is this a joke, chat? Can we get confirmation? Purell. Why? I guess it's different ounces. $20, $40, $60 per Purell. Unreal. Oh my god, look at the stock market rally, dudes. Oh my god. You filled the gap, technically on the 4 hour. You bottomed, you hit the 1414, not for the first time, but for the second time. Second day. And you've rallied. And it can continue to rally. New 4 hour candle is in 47 minutes, maybe? Yeah, I think 47 minutes, new 4 hour candle. Oops. No, I'm sorry. 1 hour, 17 minutes. Excuse me. Heck. Okay, continuing to climb. Hello. I told you, high risk for shorts and buying puts. You've already lost 20% of value in 3 weeks. And remember, you'd be a fool to think that you're going to buck history. Oh, this time's different, man. It's different than all the other times where every single Tuesday after the S&P dumps 5+% or more on a Monday, you end green. Where we were in the red just now. We're still in the red on the S&P. $5 p.m. in Amsterdam. Pepe Sylvia, man, what's up, dude? Wouldn't Bitcoin be more likely to see growth after the market downtrend, after fear subsides rather than during it? Seems like everything's falling out. Nope. See, you're still not thinking about it. Bitcoin's its own thing. It doesn't correlate with the stock market. It's been going up. It hit a 50% retrace from its high from June, which is a beautiful potential reversal area. It reversed there, and it just happens to be selling off. And eventually, you'd think we're going to make a higher low, and we might possibly create a momentously sized inverse head and shoulders on the weekly Mars pattern. So there's literally no hand sanitizer anywhere. But what about on Amazon, right? I mean, if you, let's just do it real quick. I want to dox myself. Amazon.com. Alright, I'm not signed in, so good. Alright, it's a hand sanitizer. Dude, look. Here's, but that's not. $8. $14, $15. What's going on, dude? What's the problem? $15 for 4 of these mini things? Dang, man. Sold out on Amazon as well. Hand sanitizer, $5 for the mini. Currently unavailable, Purell. Yeah. But why does it have to be Purell? Why can't it be off-brand? Seems like there are definite alternatives to Purell all over the place. Right? It's weird. What's going on? So, it kills bacteria, not viruses. So, okay. So, trading junkie. Oh, Fed pump, man. Oh my god, man. Oh my god. Remember, 1414-618, critical support. Confluence, the meeting of 3 freaking rivers. Okay, man. You just got rejected. Bears just got rejected not once, but twice. Not really much of a rejection here, but you get it. What a rally so far. Alternatives like a bar of soap. Strip clubs are offering masks and hand sanitizer to enjoy the entertainment. Nice, man. Yeah, we're going to be handing out face masks for everyone. Okay. Nearly back to 2,800. Can you even believe miracles on the bloody market, dude? Wow. Yeah, let me know what you think, Renee, or what you find, because people are saying all these hand sanitizers they don't work for killing coronavirus, which is nuts, if that's true. So we are in the midst, Bitcoin. trying eventually, if the negative starts waning, negative momentum starts waning, eventually you're going to get some MACD bullish divergence. Maybe you'll get that while you're oversold or something. But as it stands now, you're down $100, down 1.32% on the day. You're continually selling off, losing value. Here it is, man. All right. I mean, the wave might not be over. You don't know so much. What is going on? Why is that off? Maybe I wasn't logged or something. Might have been it. Now it's like perfect. 1 and 2 and 3 on the bottom, 4 and 5, and then 1, 2, 3 on the top. That's pretty amazing. I do declare. So yeah, a little bit of green. Who cares, man? 20 minutes in, not much movement. It could just be back testing what it fell below, right? It fell below this area here. And it's now right at it. Again, testing. Okay, man. High alcohol level stuff can kill it, but soap destroys the lipid outer layer of the virus. Interesting. Have a face mask. Oh, dude, we should do that. Someone send me a face mask because I'm not paying premium for them because I don't think I need it. Anyway, the face masks are meant for people that have it. It doesn't do much good, I guess, if you don't have it. That's what I've been learning. Back me up on that. German DAX went up 3.5%, but crumbled away during the day, closing down minus 0.5%. Everything's just kind of, everything in the world just kind of follows the New York Stock Exchange. So, what does soap not destroy dead letter? Is that what you're saying? I don't understand. So still, you know, a lot of volatility today, man. 27.33 lowest point, 28.50 the highest point. Geez, you're just in the middle. Still, you're lower than where you opened, man. Well off the lows of the day, but also well off the highs of the day. Pepe Hands Connect. Dude, I've been live now for almost 3 hours. Woo. If you're enjoying this historical morning stream, hit that like button, that bell, that sub. All right. Bitcoin, 78.55. We're climbing near it. And maybe the bearish engulfing isn't anything. Maybe you continue to lose that negative momentum and you maybe eventually hit the 382. I guess that's true. Face masks can help people to not touch their own faces. Yeah, that's real. So send me one. Send it to my P.O. box in the description below. And I'll be sure to wear it on stream. Of course. But again, I don't even know where you'll find one, right? Good thing I shaved my beard, Chris Rock. Whew. This is can't go to bed. My God. There's a new oil order or something. Oh my God, man. Sorry. Still got sleep in my eyes. Vodka won't cut it. Only 40% alcohol. Needs to be at least 62. All right, Everclear for everyone. It's going to start selling out. Okay, Victor P. Sounds like the most unlikely thing that will ever happen in history of mankind. Might happen in Universe B. What? Burger says actually having a face mask makes you touch your face because people adjust them all the time. I guess, man. No, we're all screwed. Is that what y'all mean? Screwed. Thanks for the over 500 people tuned in. Dude, thanks for the 400 likes, man. Y'all are amazing. Just doing early morning coverage. Bitcoin, stocks, precious metals, whatever, man. We looked at silver earlier. Golds. Sub-zeros. Yeah, nice, dude. Sub-trees. Time to long cruise dogs. Oh man, I don't know, dude. There's no technical reason besides it's oversold. That's it. Sure thing, never mind. Oh yeah, did CCL get a bounce? RCL too, maybe? Yeah. Oh my god, nice. Never hit that, would it hit 20? Oh my god, chat, look at this. No way. We were looking at this earlier. 20 bucks, 2014. Right here. This is a little off, I guess. You scale, it should be right there. So guess what, man? You hit it, and that is a pretty resounding bounce, up 4.83% now today. Is the gap, but this is climbing. This could be a hammer, man. Let's see what happens. Gap fill, 27 bucks, 27.17. CCL hit a major historical support. Stupid oversold. And we're going back to 2003 levels, bruh. Support resistance is real, definitely. Doctor came out saying if you can get it by rubbing your eyes too, so the face mask won't help if you rub your eyes. Yeah, so if you touch your face, that is part of it. Kind of leave this up after after stream. Yeah, I mean, I guess. Man, we've been going hard today. 78.45 on Bitcoin, trying to climb a little bit, trying to recover from that pretty gnarly candle right there, the previous one. And it all happened just this, man. Just as the 4 hours closing, the selling came in, but now it's like you're already climbing somewhat. When merch, it'll be a minute, but I think we're still. I mean, it's gonna happen. It's not a matter of if, just when. So we're working on like the site, the Mitre TA site. We're trying to make it to where if you're a patron and you like support the stream, being a patron, we're making it an in-house thing to where like it's so difficult to navigate Patreon, because Patreon's not meant really for what we provide. Patreon's meant for like booby streamers to send like provocative pics to their $3 patrons. That's kind of what Patreon's for. Cosplayers, whatever, podcasters is fine, but for what we do with the education, navigation is very important, and it's terrible on Patreon. And they take 7% of everything anyway. So working on in-housing to where when you join the Patreon, it's like, oh, this is so easy to find the information I seek, this educational content, right? So working on that. And then that's also, that plays into the merchandise. eSnap, thanks so much, man. I'm glad you are enjoying it. You have to understand, if you're a patron this month, about trade setups. It's like just kind of trying to, we know where Bitcoin value is. We're waiting on the divergence, like, to post it, because it doesn't exist yet, really. With the stock market, with the volatility, it's impossible to do trade setups, like swing trading trade setups on the stock market right now, because of the immense amount of volatility and uncertainty, with the perfect storm of variables that are all bearish, where you have, of course, the coronavirus disrupting supply chains around the world that could really impact the short-term guidance from corporations. But not just that. Treasury yield bonds collapsing, at least on the 10-year, fell below 0.5% yesterday, or I guess Sunday evening. It's now bounced back above 0.6%. So that when that is happening very bad, the equity should follow that. And then you also now have the oil trade war. So the perfect storm, 3 different bearish variables converging to give you one of the largest drops in stock market history in the shortest amount of time. So how in the world would a swing trader, why would they want to trade that? It's just, you get what I'm saying, man. The mask will stop airborne virus from getting into your nose and mouth. Italy suspends mortgage payments for all citizens? What? Dude, if that's true, that's awful. What's up, Wayne Benson, man? We crashing into the ground, dude. We're gonna be on an alien planet someday, man. I gotta get another webcam and more green screen, I think. Well, I can use the mask for a stream. There's nothing on Amazon before April, Renee says. She looked at over 15 items. You're going to make your own. There we go. It's like moonshine, but for hand sanitizer. You're going to get arrested for bootlegging. Okay, so stock market off its lows of the day, certainly off its highs, just kind of chopping around, trying to make up its mind after President Trump and Vice President Pence gave a press conference on more planned actions. Okay. Just looking at Carnival Corporation, the cruise ship that bounced resoundingly right off the support of 4.55%, but lower than its open. Great. Big one, 78.43. Alright, it's official. Crap, that's broken. 3-hour live stream now. Officially. We did it, man. We made it. So I don't know how much longer I should be live, man. You know, it's like lunchtime. You know, second part of the day is going to be happening. But what if, you know, I need to do the 5 or 6 p.m., or I guess 7 p.m. live stream now. So I might just get out of here for a little bit, just so I can come back again later today to provide updates to the afternoon crowd. Savage Traders, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Be looking forward to it. I get emails when the packages come in, so I'll be looking out for it. All right. Yeah, I'll do that. So it was a market open stream. If you were a part of this stream, you were part of history, at least for the channel. So I'll just be back, you know, later for Bitcoin's daily candle close stream. Keep your eye out on the markets, man. I'll keep the quad screen up for a little bit, you know, where people can talk in the live chat. And you can monitor all 4 of the major indices. Freaking love y'all. I'll be back. Till next time, respect the TA.
I